Welcome to SilverC Review. This is the cap I had on time before last, Bohemian Rhapsody that I was trying to show, and it was way too dark to really see it, but yep, this is it. Like I said, I drive a Mini Cooper, so I kind of thought it suited me, and I feel like the hat suits me in general. So anyways, this podcast will have an introduction, a movie review, a movie recommendation, some jokes and quotes, and then an Inside the Intorvert section. All the times are listed down below, so if you want to skip a certain section or watch a certain section, feel free to do so. On episode 39, Equalizer 2, I was playing with my mic bag in my hoodie pocket. It looked kind of weird, so I kept, there's a drawstring on my mic bag, and I kept wrapping it around my fingers and unwrapping it because I was nervous, and I didn't realize I was doing it. So it just kind of looked weird having my hoodie, and I was playing with something. So that's what it was, just so you know. Movies I saw recently, Axel or AXL, giving that one a 4 out of 10. I actually almost chose this one as one I was going to review. It was very stupid, I'm glad I didn't. First Man, 6 out of 10. This was definitely a great movie. It's just not a real interesting subject to me, but it was still a good movie. Not one I'm adding to my collection, of course, but it was good. And I think that's going to be it. These introductions are going to be fairly short because I'm doing them all on the same day. I'm actually doing all the videos for the rest of the year, or permanently all the videos, since I'm going to audio only, all on the same day. So it'll be interesting. But we're going to go on to the movie review. This one's going to be Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald. Giving this one a 10 out of 10. There will be spoilers, so go out and watch this movie, because you need to see it. So, we're going to go in. Interesting technique that he used to get out of his bonds. Never seen anything like that before, so that was really cool. Was not expecting it either. I was wondering what was going on at first, and that was really neat. The darkness, sorry, my mic keeps touching my chin, and I'm worried that it's doing something to the sound. The darkness and battling in Harry Potter, the Harry Potter world, is very fascinating. It's so quick that it doesn't seem like it's very powerful, I guess, or destructive, but man, it just kills people, so it's weird how, I don't know, I can't really put it into words, but for some reason, battling in Harry Potter, towards the end of the Harry Potter movies, when they were killing people left and right, it just doesn't seem like, I guess we're so used to blood and gore and stuff like that it seems so innocent, but it's oh, they're dead, so I've always thought that's very interesting. It's kind of strange how old Grindelwald looks, Johnny Depp. I don't know, he should be the same age as, I assume he's the same age as Dumbledore, so I'm not sure why he looks so much older, if it's just the magic he uses or what, but... And I was kind of offended that he threw the lizard out of the carriage. I mean, that was his little friend, and he just tossed it out. No, I wasn't offended, but it's how dare you. Definitely a great start to the movie. Action-packed, and it was very awesome. The spells Dumbledore uses are awesome. And very powerful, too. The glove thing that he's constantly using, and how he was able to make fog come down over the entire city to kind of shroud them. That's amazing. It's pretty neat that Dumbledore referenced the Phoenix, with it being in his family line, since he has it later on in the movies, Harry Potter movies, I guess. I don't know if these will ever, technically link into the Harry Potter movies. Probably not. I don't read the books. I don't read any books. Sorry. It sounded like someone was coming up here. If someone does come up to see the waterfall, there's a path and it goes right there. So, luckily I got through both my introductions and no one came up here. Definitely a good lesson that Dumbledore, the reason why he chose him was that he doesn't seek power or popularity, he just does what's right. That's just a good lesson for everybody. It's neat how there's still some danger with him taking care of those animals. They're not like little puppy dogs and they just do everything he wants. Like, he really has to show them almost every time that he's trying to care for them, and it's dangerous. That's kind of neat how he's willing to do something like that. Really shows his heart and intent. I'm really glad that guy got his memory back. That was kind of very sad in the last movie that he had to lose it, and now he's essentially got it all back, so that's great. It was neat that she enchanted him to allow her to risk getting in trouble. I was wondering why in the world she had enchanted him. I mean, he was already madly in love with her, so I thought that was weird, but that's definitely a tough call for him, either to keep her safe or to let her be risky so she's happy. So it's like, is she going to be happier because she's safe, or is she going to be happy being, like, married to him? So that's a good moral question to look at. The use of magic to put on a jacket when it takes the same time just to put on the jacket was a little over the top. But I do love magic celebrations in this, or in the Harry Potter movies, because, man, they're so awesome. You see so many cool things. Like, the snake transformation was really cool, and all the creature that was there was cool, and just, it's like they show you all the magic they use to have fun, and that's really neat. Now, using magic to pack that stuff up, that was actually very useful. Like, it actually had some utility to it. So, I could see stuff like that, but the coat thing was kind of lame. All the different tracking methods he uses, though, when he's trying to find out where they went, that was really neat. I like how he was using several different things. The guy's reaction to that little stick creature opening the gate, that was funny. Just kind of, he almost shocked himself by the way he reacted to it. And I had to watch that like several times. Hogwarts and the Harry Potter theme being used are very satisfying. I love that it ties into those movies. It's also very neat how these movies can use what has been presented in the Harry Potter movies, like the Bogart that turns into whatever the person fears the most. I love all that stuff. The cat guards were extremely cool and also very scary looking. But I'd never seen anything like that before. That was neat. And I am glad it finally explained what the one girl was afraid of whenever she faced the Bogart, because I had no clue what it was, and I was like, I started to write it down, like, am I just completely missing something? Like, I couldn't understand what that was at all, and then it finally explained it, so I'm glad it did. Went down the wrong tube. It's very odd that they could, like, all the people around Grindelwald could do that transportation spell. I don't know if it was something he was doing, but, like, when they left, they all did the little smoke into the air transportation thing. Well, most of them, at least. I thought that was kind of weird. How they all, like, I'd never seen anyone do it. Like, they may have done it in the Harry Potter movies, like the bad people, but in this one I hadn't seen anyone do it, and all of a sudden they all knew how to do it. I thought it was kind of strange that Queenie, who wanted to marry a no-mage so bad that she was going to risk going against the Ministry of Magic, all of a sudden joins a person who's trying to wage war against no-mages, or muggles, whichever one you want to use. I thought that was very strange. The entire Blue Fire scene was incredible. It was an amazing ending to the movie. I mean, from the point where he first starts it all the way to the dragon where they're trying to stop it, it was all awesome. And apparently I had my sound too loud because my neighbor came and told me it was rattling his apartment. So I was apparently totally into that scene and just completely oblivious to everything else around me. But this movie definitely left us wanting more, but it was great. Like I said, giving it a 10 out of 10. It was really good. Enjoyed it. That's going to be it for the movie review. The movie recommendation is going to be Ferngully, The Last Rainforest. This is a 1992 movie. This is animated. It's a fun movie, fighting against evil and pollution and cutting down rainforests, and it's funny. The description says, Krista is a fairy who has never seen a human before and was told they were extinct. When a logging company comes near the rainforest, she sees that they do exist and accidentally shrinks one of them. now her side, Zach sees the damage that the company does and helps Krista to stop them, and Hexus, an evil entity that feeds on pollution. And pretty much that's it. She accidentally shrinks him. He's just like listening to his music, doing his job, and all of a sudden he finally realizes what all is going on. So it's him being integrated into the fairies and trying to also help them stop what's going on and fight against the pollution creatures. So it's all really good. Go check it out. Ferngully, The Last Rainforest. And I think they made a second one, maybe a third one, I don't know. I'm just recommending the first one. We're going to go on to jokes and quotes. See how well this works. I really love bowling. It's right up my alley. Geology rocks, but geography is where it's at. Alright. Quotes. Expect nothing and appreciate everything. And this one's really big. If you will kind of have that mindset to just appreciate everything you can, you'd be surprised how much better your life is. And when you expect nothing, I'm not saying you won't ever get let down, but it makes it so much easier to appreciate everything that happens. Like, I wasn't expecting that to happen, and now something really good has happened, and it just increases your appreciation for it. So that's all I have for that one. I never lose. Either I win or I learn. I like this one, but at the same time, people tend to take this a little too far. I know at work, they never say the word problem, they always say opportunity, and that's very annoying to me. I understand where they're going, they're trying to frame everything in a more positive light, but that's still, it's stupid. Like, you can have problems, that's fine, and you find solutions to the problems, or ways around the problems, but to just not say the word problem like they don't exist, like, yes, it can be an opportunity, but it just doesn't make sense half the time. Like, when they say it, it's like, no, that's a problem. Like, that's not an opportunity. That's something we're having to fix. It's not gonna be an opportunity. Makes it things like sound like it's always gonna be better on the other side. It's not always gonna be better on the side. It'll be all right. You'll get past it, but it's not always gonna be better. And I guess that's why I don't like them saying opportunity. But still, it is a good way to look at things, that you don't lose. Either you learn something or you win. So that's gonna be it for the jokes and quotes. Inside the Introvert. I always dread meeting people that I actually know in the hallways, and it's bad enough having to wait going down this long hallway and trying to figure out when to make eye contact. But when I know somebody, and I always see them because I'm always looking ahead from really far away, then it feels extra awkward because I have to figure out when to look at them, and if I'm going to say something, because they probably expect me to say something, and I feel pressure to react in a way that they expect, and it's just like an extra layer. Like, it's already annoying knowing that someone's coming at me and I'm going to have to look up at them, but then if it's someone I know, I'm going to have to do something else as well. So, a little bit frustrating for introverts. So on Thanksgiving, I went to my grandparents, and I was going to say where it was. I was like, anyways, my uncle's girlfriend had some of her family there that we had never met before, and it was a little bit awkward. Like, none of us knew them, and it's not so much that we didn't enjoy their company, but for me at least, being an introvert, it was like, I'm here to spend time with my family. Like, I can understand something like that, like a family reunion or something, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Like, not just like her, but like her kids, and I think her grandparents, and like her brothers and sisters. So it was just a bunch of people that I didn't know. I mean, it wasn't terrible. I was able to help his girlfriend with her camera and give her some tips and tricks, and I didn't really talk to her kids any, but kind of talked to some of the other people. I didn't really care for any of them, but whatever. Made it through it. Came out at the other side with some food. it kind of reminded me of a family reunion. That's where you go and you haven't seen these people for like 5 years and you're not really big fans of them. So you just kind of make awkward small talk. I hate them. I hate family reunions. The last introvert story isn't so introverted, but I thought it was kind of funny. I've got this massive snow globe. If you lay it on the ground, an inflatable Christmas decoration, sorry. If you lay it on the ground, it's actually bigger than my Mini Cooper. It's that big. It's huge. Like when I ordered it online, I actually got it as a gift. Like I got one as a gift. They didn't have the snow inside of it that moved. It just had twinkly lights, and I wanted actual snow moving around, like those little styrofoam pellets. So I ended up returning that one and using the money to buy this one. And I thought they made a typo online when they said how tall it was. It is just massive. Like it's way taller than I am. I can't even come close to reaching the top. So anyways, I had to take it down recently because of the wind. And I stored it sort of outside, like there was an overhang, but sunlight and moisture could still get to it. And it was in a container, but it didn't have a lid on top because it was too big for the container. So the clear plastic on the front of it, some of it got kind of discolored and got some mold and stuff on it. So I figured I'd go ahead and clean it since I had deflated it, because it takes a long time to inflate and deflate it. That's not something I do every night. I just leave it up constantly. Anyways, I was inside of it, and I heard someone say something. I stopped. I said, "What?" He said, "Are you trapped inside?" I about died laughing. I said, "No, I'm fine." And he literally, there was no sarcasm in his voice. He literally thought I was trapped inside of the snow globe. So that was kind of funny. But anyways, that's going to be it for this video. There's an introduction out there, so go check that out. It'll tell you more about what this podcast is about. I've got a Instagram and Twitter. All the videos are uploaded to YouTube, and the audio is uploaded to SoundCloud. And that's going to be it. So take care of yourself, because there's only one you out there.